You've been visualizing your dream reality over and over again. You close your eyes, feel the emotions, imagine the future, but nothing really changes. Or maybe you get a brief shift, a glimpse of progress, and then everything slips back into the same loop. If you've ever felt like your vision is powerful but still not manifesting, here's the truth. Visualization doesn't create reality. Frequency does. There's a quantum level difference between imagining the life you want and broadcasting the energy of already living it. The field doesn't respond to images in your mind. It responds to the signal you are. There's a big difference between seeing what you want and becoming the version of you who already lives it. Visualization is just one piece of the puzzle. The real key, the code that actually unlocks new realities, is your frequency. No matter how vividly you imagine your dream life, if your energy doesn't match it, the reality stays out of reach. You've been taught to ask, believe, and receive. But the quantum field doesn't respond to requests. It responds to energetic coherence. It's not about how much you want something. It's about how aligned your signal is with the version of you who already has it. The energy you project during meditation isn't what creates your reality. It's the signal you carry in your breath, your habits, your emotions, moment by moment. The universe isn't listening to what you say, it's responding to what you are. That's the real code. And once you understand that, once you realize that even your silent choices are broadcasting a frequency, everything begins to shift. Not because you tried harder, not because you thought more positively, but because you stopped chasing and started becoming. The frequency that unlocks your dream reality isn't abstract. It's vibrational, and you can feel it. It doesn't rush. It doesn't crave. It doesn't wonder when things will finally change. It already knows. It carries a calm certainty, a steady rhythm, like someone who's already received what they once desired. Because when you move, speak, and decide from the energy of already mine, the quantum field begins to rearrange to match you. It has to. So why is it so hard to stay in the energy of already mine? Why does embodying your future self feel fake or forced? Because everything in your past has trained you to live in the frequency of not yet. You were conditioned to wait, to earn, to deserve, to prepare. But now for the first time, you're being asked to let go of all of that and simply embody the version of you who already has it. It might feel unnatural. It might feel like lying. But that's not because it isn't real. It's because your nervous system hasn't caught up to your truth yet. This frequency isn't new to your soul. It's just unfamiliar to your body. Part of this journey is teaching your body what your soul has always known. You might be asking, how do I stay in that frequency when nothing around me has changed yet? The answer is, you become the change first. You decide that your vibration leads, and the evidence follows. You shift your focus from what's missing to what's already here, from what you want to who you are. And as you do this day by day, a new energy takes root, one that's grounded, stable, and unshakable. This energy doesn't collapse under pressure. It doesn't fade when the outside world gets loud. It becomes your baseline. And from that place, the field has no choice but to meet you there. Not because you forced it, but because you finally matched it. This video isn't just about manifestation. It's about the frequency that actually unlocks the life you've been visualizing. We're not here to talk theory. We're here to shift out of the cycle of lack and step into the vibration of embodiment. To stop acting as if, like it's a performance, and start living like it's already yours. Not to impress the universe, but because you're finally in harmony with it. Because the quantum field doesn't care what you want. It doesn't respond to your vision board, your affirmations, or how badly you desire something. It reflects one thing only, the frequency you broadcast through your identity. And not the identity you talk about, but the one you live from when no one's watching. In the quantum world, reality isn't something you attract. It's something you generate from within. So what happens when you visualize abundance, but live in fear of spending? You're not sending a signal of abundance. You're broadcasting fear. If you visualize love, but push people away or reject compliments, your field registers resistance, not connection. If you speak about expansion, but constantly say you feel stuck, your field believes the energy, not the words. Because the field doesn't interpret your dreams, it reads your coherence. This is why so many people feel stuck on the manifestation path. They're doing all the right things, scripting, meditating, visualizing, but their thoughts and emotions aren't aligned. The result, mixed signals, and the quantum field simply mirrors back the static. So how do things finally begin to shift? It happens when your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions all speak the same language. That's called coherence. And in that state, your frequency becomes clear, stable, and magnetic. That's when reality starts to rearrange around you. Think of it like this. Desire without identity is just noise. But when your identity and your desire merge, your signal becomes pure, and the field can't ignore it. The universe doesn't respond to how badly you want something. It responds to your certainty. And if you're wondering how to embody that certainty when nothing has changed yet, you create the evidence inside you first. You show up as the version of yourself who already lives the life you've been visualizing. Not to fake it, but to remember who you truly are beneath the doubt. This is the essence of quantum manifestation. You stop trying to become and you start being. That's the frequency we're talking about. Not something you chase, but something you choose to live in. You practice it again and again until your nervous system starts to feel safe in this new identity. Until your self-talk no longer sabotages it. Until it becomes so natural you can't even remember what it felt like to vibrate in lack. And yes, it takes courage. Because stepping into the version of you who already has it, before the world reflects it back, can feel lonely, disorienting, even fake at first. But that's just your old identity trying to hold on. Let it be there, but don't let it lead. You are the signal now. You're not here to chase your dreams. You're here to broadcast the frequency of the version of you who already lives them. This isn't about pretending. It's not about faking confidence or forcing belief. It's about finding the energetic rhythm of already being and living from that space. You begin to train your system to feel safe in enoughness. Because when your subconscious feels safe, your energy expands. And when your energy expands, the field responds. So if you've been trying, forcing, or looping, it's time to let that go. You don't need to work harder for your dreams. You just need to stabilize the signal of the you who already has them. Because that version of you, they already know how to move, speak, decide, and feel like it's done. Because for them, it is. This is the part most people misunderstand. The phrase, act as if. It sounds like pretending, like putting on a mask and hoping the universe believes it. But acting as if isn't pretending. It's frequency training. When you act as if your desire is already yours, you're aligning your body, your mind, and your energy with that reality before anything outside you confirms it. You're not waiting for proof. You become the proof. That's the signal the field responds to. I'm ready. I've arrived. Match me. It's not easy. Your current environment may still reflect your old identity. Your bank account may still echo scarcity. Your relationships may still mirror outdated patterns. But the shift happens when you act from the new frequency anyway. Because that's how energy collapses into form. Not through waiting, but through identity. So how do you begin living from that new frequency? Start small. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You just need to shift how you move through it. The way you speak about yourself, the way you walk into a room, the way you breathe, sit, or carry your posture, the way you receive compliments or react to good news. Ask yourself, if I were already living my highest reality, how would I show up today? Even if no one was watching, what would I wear? How would I eat, talk, or respond? Because this isn't about appearances. It's about energetic posture. Would you still shrink your energy to make others comfortable? Would you still second-guess your truth or hold back your intuition? Or would you begin choosing like someone who fully trusts themselves? Like someone who no longer needs to get the thing because they've already become the version of themselves who has it? When you shift your internal signal, everything downstream begins to adjust. That's why this process is often called quantum shifting, because even the smallest choices ripple out into the field and start to reconfigure your timeline. It's not about asking, when will it happen? It's about asking, how would I move today if I knew it already had? That single question changes everything, because now your behavior is no longer reactive. It's magnetic. When your words, tone, and presence begin to match the reality you've been visualizing, you're no longer trying to attract it. You're embodying the version of you who already lives it. And that's when the field starts to respond. Not with luck, but with alignment. Because your signal has finally become strong enough to pierce through the noise. And then something subtle happens. You begin noticing small signs, like the number 777 appearing again and again, on clocks, receipts, screens, random places. You might brush it off as coincidence, but something deeper in you knows. It's not random. You weren't looking for a sign, and that's exactly why it came. Because the quantum field doesn't respond to neediness. It responds to resonance. 777 isn't announcing that your manifestation is on the way. It's confirming that you've become a vibrational match for what's already been circling you. It's not a reward. It's not a lucky charm. It's a mirror, a reflection of the internal alignment you've already stabilized. You're not imagining with your mind while your body doubts anymore. You're no longer chasing alignment. You're living in it. Here's where most people get it wrong. They see 777 as a green light to relax, to step back, to believe that everything is handled now. But this moment isn't about pulling away. It's about anchoring deeper. 777 is not the finish line. It's a threshold. It's the space between intention and inevitability. Your role isn't to celebrate too soon or slip back into old patterns. Your role is to hold the signal, to stay in that calm, certain frequency so the field can continue to sync with you. Yes, manifestations can seem sudden, but in truth, nothing in the quantum happens instantly. What looks like a breakthrough in the physical was built slowly in the invisible. 777 means you're right there, on the edge where energy becomes form. So don't pull back. Hold steady. 777 is more than just a sign of alignment. It's an invitation to go deeper, to stop searching and start embodying, to check in with your body and ask, is this how the veer would they rush? Would they doubt? Or would they trust the invisible structure forming beneath the surface? Because that's what this is. Not just a moment of good energy, but a structural shift in who you are. You're not just manifesting an outcome. You're reprogramming your foundation, how you think, feel, move, speak, and decide. And the field isn't responding to what you want. It's responding to who you've become. The number isn't predicting your future. It's confirming your present alignment. Take a breath, a real one. Let it settle in. You're not waiting for the quantum shift. You are the quant. This journey was never about chasing a dream or begging the universe. It's about remembering who you've always been and stabilizing the frequency of that truth. You've already touched it before. Those moments of clarity, ease, alignment. They weren't random. They were previews. And now, you're not visiting that version anymore. You're not here to perform worthiness or prove your value. You're here to radiate a signal so coherent, so embodied, that reality has no choice but to respond in full detail. This is not about doing more. It's about allowing more, allowing your energy to return to you in the form of people, opportunities, alignment. So take one more breath. Let it anchor, and remember the version of you who has it all. They were never far away. They've just been waiting for you, and now you have.